Hey, squad. Touch that. How are we doing today? We're on day 343 of the 365 days I said I would stream. Still here, still going. Hey, Kavina, Eric, Ficklemuse, Graftail, MTV CDM. We're going to be continuing on with Layton's Mystery Journey. We are... I believe this is the third stream for it. I think we just finished chapter 2? Sure. Let's say we did, and then find out if I'm wrong. Right. I always forget to pull the stylus out. Don't play that many. And most of the games I play on the 3DS anymore, I don't use the touchscreen for. Alright. Let's continue going. Hold on. Load that file. I believe... top screen. A group of... Right, the 7 dragons. How did I forget about you existing? Right, a group of 7 famous multimillionaires, London's so-called dragons, are present at a film premiere. Turns out Katrielle already knows the mayor because of what happened in the last case. Spoiler, she's the mayor. Right, I need to introduce myself to... right, we are here for the durian-flavored popcorn. I hope we get it. I'm gonna be disappointed if Katrielle doesn't get to try durian-flavored popcorn. Here we are. Time to sample the all-new popcorn. Oh no! What's the matter? There's no one at the kiosk. I won't be able to get my popcorn. Oh. How about we introduce ourselves to Madame Dublé instead? Hey, Void. So near and yet so far. You mustn't be down in the mouth? That must be a Britishism that I'm not familiar with. Remember Mr. Barnum said that she could be a very useful contact? Yeah, alright. Let's make this quick and say hello then. Do you know which lady she is? Fruit-flavored popcorn sounds weird. I mean, I like to get cherry blasters and then eat popcorn at the same time, and I find that that's pretty good. I can't do that now. Braces and all that, but... I suspect the lady over there, that might be the one we're looking for. Durian I don't know if I would try, but I've never actually tried durian itself, so I don't know if I would dislike that flavor as popcorn. I think you might be right. She certainly stands out as being affluent. She looks like an onion. Okay. Excuse me. You wouldn't happen to be Madame Dublé, would you? Marmite's alright. I'm not crazy about it. Indeed I would, and you are? I'm Katrielle, from the Layton Detective Agency. Pleasure to meet you, Miss... Madam. Oh, the Layton Detective Agency, you say? Now where have I heard that name before? Clearly no one famous. Ah, you must be the famous Herschel Layton's daughter, are you? How is the professor? Is he in good health? Probably. I haven't seen my dad in, like, I don't know how many years. The game didn't tell me, but it definitely gave me the perception that he's not been around for a while. You think so? Well, no, I mean, he's very well, yes, thank you. I'll be sure to mention to him that I met you. Oh, yes, please do. Tell him I should very much like to meet him when he's next available. Goodness, it's nearly time for the show. Promised myself a little tipple before it begins, do excuse me. I'm gonna assume that means drink. Well done, Miss Layton. I think you made an impression. I don't know. All this hobnobbing with the rich and famous is taking its toll on my nerves. This game... So, like... This game is rated, like, everyone 10+. And I just don't know I don't know if I would give a 10-year-old with the reading level of a 10-year-old to be like, hey, read this game. It's full of Britishisms that you probably won't understand, because I barely get them, and also they write heavy accent, so good luck with that. Hey, Grafdoll. Hey, Pixel Art Dragon. Oh, I don't believe it. Over there, look. It's Maverick Director. Yeah, I guess some of the puzzles might be hard for someone that age, but that's what clues and random guessing is for. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Maverick Director. Thank you all for coming to see the premiere of my new film. I hope you enjoy it. A Naval Advance, no sub for love. Screening is about to begin, so you like to make your way to your seats. But my popcorn! Oh my giddy aunt, I can't believe it. I mean, on the other hand, if you're a responsible parent who is, like, paying attention to the stuff their kid is playing, and you discuss stuff, then maybe you can help them, and they would learn a lot of things from this game. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a parent. My parents, I would never have told them I was playing video games. Oh my giddy aunt. I kind of like that as a phrase. I don't know if I'd use that. But you've seen the fake one? No, I didn't mean, oh, there's no time for that film. It's about to start. We must take our seats. Aren't you forgetting something? First, I have to redeem this coupon for my durian popcorn. It's very important, Ernest. It's the only reason I showed up to this darn thing. Oh, and look, the kiosk attendant has returned. But what if the film starts while you're waiting for it? Everyone else is already inside. Quickly, we must hurry. It will take me 2 minutes to get the popcorn, which is the only reason I have come here, Ernest. Popcorn? No. Why are you still here? I'm gonna assume she's talking about the fact that she had a tittle, which I'm assuming is an alcoholic drink. It's an alcoholic drink. She's talking about her throat. It's still really weird. I'm ignoring this. Want my popcorn? Want my popcorn? Oh, you'll just give me a puzzle. Wait. It smells like durian fruit. There it is. I'm gonna pretend she got her popcorn. That's not how I really need somebody who's British to be in my chat to tell me if the things that they are saying are actual Britishisms or not. Because I don't know if I trust this game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the premiere screening of my latest work, A Naval Advance, no sub for love. The story begins with a young couple— Hey! Spoilers! We're about to watch this movie. Why do you have to tell us anything about it? We showed up, didn't we? The story begins with a young couple who meet at a ramshackle old cinema out in the sticks. The man wants to become a film director, whilst the girl nurses her dream of being an actress as she waits tables in a local cafe. A turn of events sees the pair of a luxury cruise ship together, and they fall more and more in love as time goes on. But then, something terrible happens! Spoilers. The ship, a relic from an ancient civilization, starts to sink into the sea. Cool, I don't need to watch your movie anymore, dude. The situation's desperate. There seems to be no way out. The couple are gonna do anything they can to survive. Haha. Well, I think I better stop there. I don't want to spoil your enjoyment of the story after all. Thanks. I'll just finish by saying that this film is the culmination of years of work in marks, and I believe the pinnacle of my career. I'm sure you're all gonna love it. Of course, it would never have been possible without the support of so many people. Fantastic actors and cameramen, women, the sound crew, my assistant artistic directors, the editing staff, and above all, my wife, who's been a constant source of encouragement and never stops believing in me. I'd like to say an enormous thank you once again to everyone involved in the production. See, the thank yous were great. I think that's great that you did that. I don't know why you told us, like, half the movie, but, you know. Alright, movie time. Ernest, I swear, if you try to hold her hand... Yeah, okay. Still angry and not got my popcorn. What's going on? What's happened to my film? Why is it cut there? No, this isn't right. The last scene. The kiss scene. The big finale. Someone's stolen it. Oh, right. This whole case was called, like, a stolen kiss or something. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Barnum. Has everyone left now? Yep, that's the end of that. I've had to cancel the screening, so I sent everyone home. You're a friend of Miss Layton's now, aren't you? But I'm not sure if friend is the right word. But, well, I'm Amelia Perfetti. I'm a case analyst and profiler at Scotland Yard. And Eggmoji is raiding. Hey, Eggmoji. Hey, raiders. How's it hanging? This theft of the climatic scene of the film is a very serious offense. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some questions about it. Yes, how dare someone steal the last act of this movie that we've been spoiled upon? Yes, could you tell us how you know the events leading up to the discovery of the missing scene? Katrielle, what are you still doing here? Why is that hound with you? Oh, I guess we brought, Cheryl back in with us. Oh, thank you, Eggmoji. What were you playing? What was your streaming? Stream times. Well, everyone else is left now, so I thought Cheryl could help snip out clues. You don't need any sniffing around here. Keep your nose and your dog's nose out of business that doesn't concern you. Ooh, Diablo 3. Fighty fights. It does concern us. Mr. Barnon personally requested that I stay and help. If you're new, I'm a variety streamer. My name is Heather, and I'm on day 343 of streaming straight. I'm gonna keep going for a while. Probably for 365. That's the number I've settled on. Seems like a good one. You bet I did. Talk about luck, having a Scotland Yard officer and a private eye on site. Ha ha ha, I'm rich. Anyway, I'd like to ask both of you to help figure out what happened here. Who the heck cut that kiss scene out of the film, huh? They didn't really do a good job. If anyone can solve this case, it's the woman who figured out the Riverside Festival shenanigans. Shenanigans is definitely a good word. Isn't that right, Katrielle? You'll take on the case, won't you? I mean, I couldn't well turn down one of the 7 dragons. Any mystery solved. That's my motto. I've got like 2 whole mysteries solved. Turns out everything in town is made of wafers. Mr. Barnum, please. I'm more than capable of handling this case. Please leave it to the experts at Scotland Yard. I'm not saying I don't think you're a talented detective, but a little competition should make you both work harder. You'll soon see that I pinpoint the truth much more quickly than the so-called detective. Oh, that's the spirit. Good luck to both of you. Well, don't just stand around here chatting. Better go and talk to old Rector. Oh, where is he now? Oh, I mean, he's right over there. He did put his heart and soul into that final kiss scene. Kind of hard to understand why anyone would have done this. Still, that's for you to figure out. Yeah, he does look like he's quite upset. Oh, my film. My magnum opus. Hey, Mr. Record, don't worry. We'll find the thief. It'll be fine. No. I'll track down whoever did it first. Very professional, ladies. Very professional. It was perfect. I'd made every last detail perfect before I was willing to show it to the public, and now this? Surely the negatives are still available. You'll be able to produce a new reel for another screening, won't you? But didn't you see the audience's reaction? They were frustrated. Without that final scene, the story doesn't hang together at all. Really? That story doesn't hang together at all? I wanted to give people the perfect film. I put my whole life into this project. My heart and soul. I understand, Mr. Rector, but try not to let it get you down. I'll track down the perpetrator, don't worry. Try not to get it down, are you mad? This is a disaster. A blow like this just before the official release is the death knell for any film. And just when I thought I'd made it to the big time, when I'd got in with the top studios, now it's back to trying to make ends meet again. When am I going to tell all my crew? I thought I'd finally be able to pay them what they're due. This is terrible. Wait, you have a crew who sticks with you the entire time? That's not really how film crews work. But cool. Please try to calm down. Now tell me, do you have any suspicions at all who could be responsible? Responsible for this discretion of my work? Obviously someone who doesn't like my films. How am I going to face my crew? My wife even. They're all on tenterhooks, waiting to see how the audience reacted. I'm not sure if he's paid them or not. I mean, I want to go with the assumption that he's paid them for the work of what they've already done, but if the movie had done well, he could also pay them more, or pay them more for another project. Not sure. Just want the ground to open and swallow me up. Wish I was on the submarine right now, sinking. Yes, well, thank you for your time, Mr. Rector. Sinking. Oh, the fade out is a very good touch. I don't know how you did that. Film magic. Oh, he's taking this badly, isn't he? He didn't say pay them what they're worth, he said pay them what they're due. Yeah, he probably hasn't paid them fully then. Yes, ridiculously so. I give up. I'll try talking to him once he's calmed down. Can't blame the guy for being upset. This movie was a big deal to him. He's not the only one who's troubled by what happened either. I'm kind of sour myself. I imagine you would be. This is going to affect sales for you after all. I like the way you think. But it's not just that. I'm a big fan of Rector's work, you see. I was looking forward to the whole world finally seeing what a great director he really is. Now this has happened. All that talent would go to waste if we're not careful. It's not like... It's a preview screening. You guys are blowing this out of proportion. So you two ladies better get a move on and figure out what happened to that stolen scene. I mean, if what has happened is as catastrophic as you're making it out to be, whether we find this scene or not, does not reverse any of that. If it'll help, I can give you access to anywhere in the theater. In fact, I'll just tell security to give you free reign. There's the projection box around the back. Normally it's out of bounds, but I don't mind you going in there to investigate if you need to. Oh, well, okay. What are we waiting for? Let's hightail it over to the projection box then. Yes, I agree. We should start by investigating the film reel. Oh, for those of you who maybe have not seen previous streams, the dog, while it can talk, only Katrielle and Ernest can understand him. The other characters just think he's barking. Also, he's lost his memory, and we're going to help him retrieve that at some point, I guess. We should start by investigating the film reel. Is there something wrong, Emiliana? I've come to expect irrational behavior from you, Katrielle, but really? Talking to your dog? Yes, it's wonderfully therapeutic. You should really try it sometime. Anyway, are you coming with us to the projection box? No, I'll be carrying out investigations elsewhere first. Amateurs tend to put me off and I might miss something crucial. You see, Katrielle, every criminal, no matter how careful, leaves a trail of telltale signs following a crime. Only a skilled profiler like myself can read them, of course. Which is why I will solve this case long before you do, and prove the superiority of my methods. Okay, I look forward to it. Don't mock me. You'll see soon enough. Cool. You want to be Facebook friends? No one uses Facebook anymore, Katrielle. So, I guess that was a no. So this is what the inside of a projection box looks like. What a lot of machinery. Excuse me, authorized personnel only in here, please. I'll have to ask you to leave. I wonder what this machine does. His name is Mr. Frames. Stop, don't touch. Albertina. Albertina? Yes, Albertina. She's brand new. If you touch her, you could put her totally out of alignment. She's very cranky. Not like old Rosalind next to her there. She's much better behaved. Bulletproof she is. Albertina is quite delicate. He's named all of his equipment. Albertina and Rosalind. What lovely names you've come up with for your machines. Don't touch. I'm gonna have to insist you leave. It's alright, Mr. Barnum gave us permission. What? Sorry, I should have introduced myself. I'm Katrielle Layton. These are my assistants. We're investigating the disappearance of the final scene. Would you mind telling us who you are? I presume you're a member of the technical staff here? Oh yes, I'm Seymour Frames. I'm the Savoy's projectionist. I see, and what do you do? Miss, the projectionist is responsible for setting up the film and controlling the equipment during screenings. I must say, it sounds like a rather spiffing job. Just think of all the films you'd get to see. Don't make light of it. Being a projectionist carries huge responsibility and demands incredible attention to detail. I have to keep a constant eye on the running of the film, fine-tune all the machines, and make sure the projector is exactly in the correct position at all times. There's never any downtime in my job. I have to spot all the motor cues and make sure I'm ready for the real changeovers as well. Ow, sounds awfully complicated. It is, but I wouldn't have any other job. I'm happy in here, surrounded by my machines, but people always think it's a dawdle, and it's not. Sounds like he's more interested in the machines than the films they're showing. Yes, I think we need to ask Mr. Frames a few more questions. Mr. Frames is full of a puzzle. Excuse me, Mr. Frames. Would you tell us what you were doing before the screening today? Well, if you're expecting me to talk to you, you can at least help me solve this puzzle first. Because reasons. Puzzle land. Cause for alarm. There are 3 different types of alarm inside a completely dark chest. One alarm goes off in response to sound, one goes off in response to light, and one goes off in response to vibration. 3 buttons to each produce one of those effects. You need to set off all 3 alarms by pressing the least number of buttons possible. Select all the buttons that need to be pressed. Alright. Sound, light, vibration. Well then you would need... light and I think sound, because sound should cause vibration on its own. Right?
So, in conclusion, Miss Layton would never have got that wrong.
Alright. Inside a completely dark chest. So, is this going to be one of those mean ones where it's like, well, if you open the chest, you don't need to press the alarm? I still think having a sound go off inside makes... This isn't going to be one of those things where you can do all these things without it. You need to set up all 3 alarms by pressing the least number of buttons. I think the only thing that can't happen is light on its own.
So, in conclusion...
Yeah, okay.
That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
Light alarm goes off, noise it makes causes vibrations. Yeah. At least it wasn't the thing where it's like, you just need to open the chest. Would have been mad about that. Ooh, decor docket. You've acquired the recipe for coddled eggs with truffle butter. Fancy. Okay, that was pretty impressive. So you'll talk to us now? I'd like to know what you were doing before the screening today. Fine, alright then. I was in here, of course. Making sure all my machines are in tip-top working order. So you were the one who actually ran the film? Yeah, I was pretty shocked when the last reel suddenly skipped a scene. Would you have any idea who might have stolen the kiss scene? No, not really. I mean, I really don't care. It's only a film, for goodness sake. Yes, about them, Mr. Frames. Even though you work in cinema, you give the impression you don't really like films. Obviously, it's the machines I love. Give me Albertina and Rosalind here over a stupid film any day. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to get Belinda cleaned up. You can't let the spare equipment get dirty just because you're not using it. Certainly does love machines. I like the fact that he's like, he wants to keep maintenance of the other machines. Found a clue. this one Albertina? No, 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 that's Rosalind. Albertina's the one next to her. Oh, I do apologize. Look, it's easy to tell. Albertina's the one with the beautiful curves. Rosalind's the one with the gleaming skin. Ew. Barking. Completely barking. Of course, Albertina doesn't always listen to what you tell her. But that's just sort of her charm. Is it? I see. You really look after your machines, don't you, Mr. Frames? They're all gleaming. Of course I do. It's vital to ensure all the equipment here is in perfect working order every single day. The Catherine sisters over there are no exception. The Catherine sisters? Assistants of yours? I think he means they're the names of the film reels. Oh, yes, I can see that now. The Catherine reels. What a good name for them. Do you think so? I'm afraid I don't see it. Oh, look! There's a bird! It's a bird. Mina? Thought it was a raven. At first. Raven mad like someone else in this room. They're talking birds, aren't they? Yes, that's right. I bet he can say all kinds of things, can't he? Yeah, I've taught the Major quite a few words. Why don't you introduce yourself, Major? Hello, I'm Major Mina. Major Mina. Oh, he really does talk. So what Mina birds do? Dogs on their hand. That's something special. I'm not sure I care much for our dog. He's either usually very sarcastic or just kind of a downer. Mind if we tried to get him to say something? Sure, go ahead. He's pretty sharp. He'll probably talk to you. Oh, good. Hello, how are you? How are you? He's very polite, isn't he? Cheryl, why don't you try talking to him? Perhaps you'll be able to understand each other. Can you speak Swahili? Just because you're human? I only speak dog, alright? Not bird. Really? You never told me that before. Never told me if you can speak Swahili. The point is, so far I've only met a few humans can understand what I was saying. Maybe there are some birds or cats out there who will understand me as well. But I've never met any of them if they are. I'm just hoping, like, the reveal of who this dog is like, it's not Professor Layton, somehow, because, I don't know, I feel like Detective Pikachu, I guess that game came out later, but I felt like that did enough of that. I didn't realize there were all these limitations on what you can do and can't do. What a disappointment. Oh sure, I'm such a disappointment because a talking dog is so mundane. Oh well, I suppose I'll just talk to this bird myself. Hey Major, did you see the film Thief? Saw the thief, saw the thief. Really? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Yes, who did it? We haven't caught on to the fact that you're just repeating words now. You did it, you did it. Of course I didn't do it. Didn't do it, didn't do it. Who's a pretty Wally then? Gosh, she even tells jokes. Amazing. Yeah, side-splitting. It told you, the Major's very sharp. A genius, really. Alright then, Major, if you're so sharp, you'll understand when I explain. What I'll do to you if you make fun of me again. Really, Katrielle? Threatening a bird. Ah, call the RSBP. Miss Layton, he really is only a bird. Remember, I know he talks like a human, but we really can't treat him like one. Major hunger. Major hunger. Popcorn, popcorn. Sorry, Major, I'm all out of popcorn now. Oh, yes, of course. What is it, miss? Have you cracked it? Have you seen to the heart of this case already? No, this is far more important than that. Oh, really? Forgot all about the new durian popcorn I wanted to try. I knew it. Well, that concludes our investigation of the protection box. And other than Machine Mad Seymour frames and his pet Mina bird, nothing seemed to stand out as being unusual. Yes. Well, you certainly seem to be deep in thought. Are you figuring it all out with your... Yeah, okay. I got it. I know where we need to head next. The snack kiosk. I refuse to leave without my free popcorn. You can practically see the little kernels of corn popping around inside your head. Miss, we have to focus on the case. Hey, all of you, back off. Every time she's gone after food-related stuff and it's worked out. Alright, but if you have a proud history and tradition in the future, we can just get our heads off popcorn. As it stands, we have no leads at all, so I think we should investigate another part of the theater. Well, if the two of you don't want to come with me, I'll go on my own. Like a dog with a bone as usual. Let's turn our attention back to the case. Presumably there's an editor here as well, wouldn't you think? We should see if we can interview him, or her. I suppose we could ask Mr. Frames. Hey, Mr. Frames, do you know who's in charge of editing the premiere? Eddie Torre? Torre? Editor. Editor. Yes, of course. He's the editing technician. Rector's famous editing assistant? Yeah, he's one of the most senior members of Rector's crew. He was here for the screening today. Well, given that it's an editor's job to cut and splice the film, I think we should speak with him. He may well know something about the missing kissing scene. Where can we find him? I don't really know where he went after the screening. Maybe he's still in the theater. Let's go ask and see. Alright, as soon as I've got my popcorn, we'll go hunt down Mr. Tor. Maybe it'll be quicker in the long run if we just go to the snack kiosk now and get it out of the way. My assistant is lame. For one, he's some guy who basically just wouldn't leave when I told him to, so I keep putting up with him. And for the other, they don't understand the wonderfulness of snacks. There are still one or two people about, even though most people have left now. Never mind that, popcorn time! I just need to give the coupon earn assist staff member. Durian Delight will be mine! Do I have to do a puzzle to get my popcorn? Aren't you the chap who showed us the theater before? All the other staff members were individually assigned to take care of our VIP guests. So yes, we're a little short of hands. I'm having to do everything myself. Greeting theatergoers, showing them to their seats, manning the snack kiosk, cleaning. Yes, I can't be in enough places at once. Oh, you sound awfully overworked. Like someone else I couldn't mention. Oh, shut up, Cheryl. Oh, I don't mind. Very proud to be able to help such an esteemed detective as Miss Layton. You are? Well, I'm sorry to trouble you. You're obviously so busy, but I'd like some durian popcorn. Here's my coupon. Ah, yes, I'd be delighted to serve you, except that I can't. You see, I'm afraid the daily special popcorn is all sold out. I knew I should have come earlier. It was always going to go quickly, such a knockout flavor. Oh yeah, anyone would have predicted that. I do have a puzzle instead. Six of one. 3 panels are expressing the number 6. Change the order and orientation of the panels to make 6. In another way, not 1 plus 5 or 5 plus 1. Slide the panels to move them and place one panel on top of another to swap them over. Okay. Alright. E-Block, hey, thanks for the cheer. Can't serve you durian popcorn because it's an awful idea. And Perpetual DM, thank you for that resub. Puzzle time. Alright. So, let's do that. 3 panels are expressing the number 6. Change the order and orientation of the panels to make 6 in another way. Touching a panel will make it rotate. Okay. Interesting. I'm not to use 1 plus 5 or 5 plus 1. I can swap them. I can rotate them. Five minus plus. That's... Ha. So dumb. Alright.
A good puzzle is something you have to chew over. They don't call me Sherlock Holmes for nothing.
Yeah, once you start moving those around, you kinda see it. I do hope that satisfied your appetite for something unusual, yes? No! Came here for durian popcorn! Oh, well, I suppose I'll just give up on popcorn and get on with solving this case. Finally, we can put the popcorn nonsense behind us. Isn't it funny that the Major, you know, that Mina bird, knew the word popcorn? And we're back. Ah, yes, actually I was the one who taught him to say that. Oh, really? Sometimes I take a snack of popcorn to the projection box. You know, I've even seen the Major out of his cage. You mean Mr. Frames lets the bird fly free? Yes, I believe so. I mean, only sometimes, of course, otherwise he would get into a rather lot of trouble. Quite often the Major eats all the popcorn before Seymour gets a look in. It's true. It's how the bird picked up the word popcorn in the first place. I even took a tub of durian popcorn up there earlier today. And the Major had it all again. Ah, yes, I was just took my eye for a moment and he'd gobbled every last piece. An entire tub? By Jove, that's a bird with an appetite, alright. Oh, yes, I was as surprised as you are. But I think even the Major might have overdone it that time. It seemed to give him a tummy ache. Oh, the lucky thing. I wish I could have had so much durian popcorn that my tummy ached. I guess I should stop pining for something I can't have. It's time we spoke to Mr. Tor, the editor. What? I was still on popcorn. I feel your pain, Cheryl, but we must find Mr. Tor now. You know where he is? Oh yes, I saw him a few moments ago. He was on his way out the door. Oh, quickly then, everyone. We have to catch him before he goes home. We're about halfway through this puzzle crime. So far, I think the bird did it. Katrielle, may I have a moment? Oh, what is it, Pipper? Not that it makes up for the trouble I put you to before, but I have a little something for you. These are fashion farthings. They're a unique London currency that you can use to purchase clothes. Alright. Fashion farthings are a rare currency that you occasionally find around the capital. They can be exchanged for items of clothing. A change of outfit now and then can be fun, don't you think? I personally try to keep up with the latest trends in fashion, so welcome to this game mechanic. Oh yes, it's what an English gentleman does. I say, miss, it's rather exciting, isn't it? Say, so that's something that's in my briefcase now. Touch the exchange button and buy new outfits. After picking out an outfit to buy. What kind of outfits are there? Oh, that's cute. Ah, I went too far. Little... Wait. That's... cute. Cute. I mean, none of these are probably not cute. That looks like a character thing. Alright. I think I want to go with this one. Huh. I got an extra puzzle for that. Sure, change into this outfit.
That looks great, I think.
Alright, now that we've played... Comes with a free puzzle. Of course it does. As far as I'm concerned, this is the world where everybody just exchanges everything in puzzles. All the guests have gone home now. It's deserted in the lobby and outside. How about that man standing by the entrance? Think he could be Editor? We won't know unless we ask him. Excuse me, are you Mr. Tor, the editor? I am, and you are? I'm Katrielle Layton. You've probably heard of me. Oh. Nope. Oh, well, that's a shame. Still, you know me now, don't you? Mr. Barnum has asked me and my colleagues to investigate the case of the stolen kiss scene. We'd very much like to take a statement from you, Mr. Tor. After all, you've worked with Maverick Director for many years, haven't you? I'm surprised a kid your age has even heard of me. Alright, let's see what else you know. I bet you haven't heard of this Rector film, have you? There's been an incident at a farm where all the cows have disappeared. According to a witness, a UFO sucked them all up and some aliens came out. Why is anyone's guess? But now you need to place an alien in each of the spaces where there is currently a cow. Touch a cow to suck it up into the UFO and swap it with an alien, vice versa. The creature coming down from the UFO will take another empty space. What? What? Why? Why are we doing this? Place an alien in each of the spaces where there is currently a cow. Oh. So what happens if I... Okay, it's like a weird sliding puzzle. It doesn't say I have to do it in a minimum number of spaces, it just said I have to do it. Okay. Somehow I have to get aliens.
If you'll entertain my idea here. Still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
Weird, like, cow switchy alien game. Have you heard of this movie where the aliens and the cows get moved around? Looks like the aliens just came to have some fun. As the night draws to a close, you have to wave them goodbye as they set off for home. You've acquired the recipe for 3-berry trifle. Getting lots of desserts. Oh, I guess the egg thing wasn't necessarily a dessert. Hi, Anti-Crepuscular. How did you find it? Not a bad action thriller, eh? Oh, I'll say, UFOs and aliens always make for a jolly good tale. I know what film it is. It's the rarely seen signs. Closed equations of the third kind. Oh. 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 You know, I like a good pun. But that's just bad. Alright, now I'm impressed. Rector was still a newcomer, so the film had a cast of total unknowns, and it quickly disappeared from the big screen. With a title like that, it barely ever made it to the big screen. I'll tell you what. The production company went bankrupt as well, so it's never been reshown. It's one of the most talked about films among Rector fans. Spot on, you really know your stuff, kid. Okay, fire away. What do you want to ask me? Oh no, did the director do it? Thank you, Mr. Tor. So, first of all, can you confirm that you were at the screening earlier? Yeah, I was there. Wanted to see everyone's reactions to our latest film, to be honest. But then that happened. It's unbelievable. You know, I've worked closely with Maverick for a long time now, and I've never experienced something like this before. It's my job to cut Maverick's films. And my job alone. Can I ask where you were immediately before the screening today? I was with Maverick. We were checking over the film together. Needless to say, there was nothing wrong then, other than us arguing again. Oh, what about? Well, you probably don't know, but Maverick's films used to be a lot more fringe. A lot more edgy. A lot more about math. It's that kind of work that attracted me to Maverick's direction in the first place, and I've stuck with him ever since. But in recent years, he's gone for the popular vote. He's been shooting the kind of overly sentimental dross that the public seem to lap up. And that final kiss scene in this latest film is... well, it never sat right with me from the start. But Maverick wouldn't listen to me, would he? Not that when we were shooting, or when we were editing. So when we were checking over the film earlier today, I finally said it. I told him that scene wasn't true to his style, that he'd sold out. So the two of you quarreled? Yeah, but that's just par for the course. Directors and editors always argue. Always have, always will. Well, sounds like I've got at least 3 potential culprits. Making films sound like a tricky business. Let me make one thing clear. Just because we argue doesn't mean I'd do something like that and disappoint all those poor people. I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Tor. No problem. You can watch whoever did this, alright? You catch whoever did this, alright? I want to know who is responsible. Yeah, I feel like it's probably the bird. We don't know which machine the film ran on. I've spoken to everyone now. Unsurprisingly, no one stands out as being the guilty party at this stage. There's like at least 3 people you could take as suspects. You could take the editor. Just presume he was lying about that he would never do such a thing. You could say it was the director because maybe he needed something to disappear so more people would talk about it like they used to. You could say it was a bird because bird reasons. Somehow it got out and it was probably the bird. Maybe it wasn't an inside job. Perhaps we should start thinking along different lines. No, I don't think so. I'm still not sure exactly when the scene was cut from the film, but no one seems fairly certain. It couldn't have been easy for an outsider to gain access to the film reels in the time window we're looking at. Not to mention the fact that the only randomly selected guests and VIPs were allowed entry to the theater at all today. I just realized I did say for bird reasons. Who's was in the projector room, Kaito or Kokichi. Yes, everyone was carefully checked at the door, weren't they? It certainly wouldn't have been easy for anyone else to slip in. I can't imagine this... Like, I would really love to see... Oh, like, I suppose it would have to be some sort of a fan crossover thing where, like, we get things like Layton and Detective Pikachu and Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. But that would be so... That would not happen in a real life. The tones are so different between Danganronpa and others that would not be likely. Although I would find it quite amusing. I should look up fan art. Both Rector and Tor say they were nothing wrong with the film when they checked it. So even if someone had managed to slip into the theater unnoticed, they wouldn't have been able to get the film reels between then and the start of the screen. Hey, E-Block. Give us Danganronpa Layton crossover, you cowards. Yeah. I could see that. I mean, they did that Phoenix Wright Layton crossover, which works. It's a little weird to watch the two art styles together. But I would totally go for that. My thoughts exactly. If the kiss scene was indeed stolen, it has to have been by a member of the theater staff or the production team. I think you're right. Let's not forget there's someone we haven't managed to speak to properly yet. Oh, that's true. Let's find Mr. Rector and see if he can answer some questions this time. I just hope he's calmed down a little now. Yes, so do I. I wonder if he's still in the lobby. Alright. This other film reel. I mean, I think you could probably get a Phoenix Wright Danganronpa crossover. Just because I think the rating for Phoenix Wright is a little bit higher. Even though the tone's quite different. No director. Ah, but there's Emiliana. Look, perhaps she'll know where we can find him. Yes, let's go ask her. We can find out how her profiling is going. I do think it's interesting that they made the they made a profile character. Usually you get like another detective or something to run up against. So this is, I do think this is kind of cool. Oh, still there pretending to do the real detective thing, huh? If I were that good at pretending, I could pretend to like you. So, how are you getting on? Ooh, bird. Don't be so catty. No doubt you'd hit a brick wall, so you come to see if you can glean anything from me. Wow. Not at all. I was just curious to know how your profiling was going. Very well, I'll tell you. Perhaps hearing some genuine deduction will make you realize how unsophisticated your own efforts are. A taste of cutting-edge profiling work can do wonders for your future investigations. Well, we can dream, can't we? Oh, is the, is that bird pun emote Ben's? Because I've never understood where the bird part came from. Because I assume it came from Punfowl. Ah, okay. Cool. That makes sense. I was just never sure. I was just like, why the bird? But yeah, okay. Or I assume. That makes sense. I just thought maybe there was like an overly punny game he played. A pun emote would be really cool. I'm not partner. Okay, like back to game. Taste of cutting-edge profiling work could do wonders for your future investigations. Well, we can dream, can't we? You know this lady always makes me want to scratch. Be quiet, Hound. Don't interrupt me with your meaninglessly yapping. Yeah, Bow Wow isn't Bow Wow, you're annoying. So, having spoken to everyone involved, I've built up a detailed profile of the case. The only person who was unhappy about the final kiss scene was the editor. In other words, he's the only one with a motive. Not true. He complained to the director that the sewing scene was inappropriate for the film. However, Tor has an alibi. I mean, he's got probably the best motive, if you want to give motive. On the other hand, Seymour Frames alone in the projection box had the opportunity to commit the crime, but there's no clear motive. Frames is crazy about his machines, but he's little or no interest in films he shows using them. Therefore, no real reason to commit the crime. Logical conclusion is that the real culprit is someone else, someone we have yet to investigate. Or the people you think who don't have a motive you haven't figured out yet. Or the alibi might be fake. I mean, there's other ways this could go. Who could that be? It's totally the bird. And it's gonna be like an accidental thing. The only other person with the access to the film reels who has not been investigated thoroughly until now is Director Maverick D. Rector. Rector? But why? Rector is a renowned perfectionist. His attention to detail is well known. How meticulous he is about such minutiae as the shape of clouds in the sky or the sound of waves. And it would appear that the final kiss scene in this latest film of his had been troubling him for some time. The perfectionist in him just couldn't decide if the scene was up to scratch. If it was worthy of inclusion in his magnum opus. He agonized over this right up until the premiere screening today, when finally he made up his mind. The scene had to go. With no time to lose, he cut the scene from the reel and either hid it or disposed of it, all for the sake of the perfect film. Yeah, you don't just cut a scene like that, though, and go, there, the film is perfect now. Usually, no. That's not a good analysis. Very interesting. Certainly plausible. I wasn't expecting you to accept it. But something about it just doesn't sit right with me. All this stuff made me think of the DR expansion they made for Necrodancer. It's apparently part of the base game in the Switch version. Oh! That's really cool. I should get that game for the Switch. I have a memory card now. It will fit on there. What? Do you have a problem with my profiling? It's not exactly a problem, no. It's just something I can't quite put my finger on. Miss Layton's deductions go beyond logic and reason, you see. They have a magic all their own. Magic has no place in case solving. Katrielle is working on a hunch. Nothing more, and hunches are unreliable. Hey, Kavina, thanks for the cheer. Well, anyway, I think we should have another chat with Mr. Rector. He was too upset before to give us any useful information. Well, that is certainly true. And the more information we can gather, the better. And talk of the devil. That's him over there, isn't it? Oh, yes, and he's with Mr. Tor. It seems like the two of them, like something's going on between the two of them. Whenever they make characters float up super high, it's really funny to me. Especially given how much shorter this character is. There you are, Eddie. Have you got a minute? Sure. Actually, there's something I need to talk to you about, too. But not here. Can we go somewhere a little more private? How about in the auditorium? It's probably empty now. We should have the place to ourselves. Suits me fine. Did you see that? They disappeared into the auditorium together. Oh yes, this is an interesting development. We must sneak in there as well. Oh dear, you keep playing your private eye games, Katrielle. Some of us still have real work to do. Yeah, I'm super glad that for Games of Chance, when they did the rhythm one, that they got Necrodancer. Because I feel like that's a little bit more... would have been a little... that out of all the choices, it's probably definitely one of the ones that work well for Paul and James. Then it's a good game. That's strange. We all saw them come in here. Where did they disappear to? Over there. Alright then, Eddie, why don't you just admit it? You're the one who cut that scene, aren't you? You've never liked it. You had a problem with it from the first day of shooting. Internet cut out on me for a few minutes? Huh, that's odd. Yeah, you know what? But you refuse to cut it yourself, you stubborn old fool. Who's the director here? If I say a scene stays in, it stays in. Or did I misunderstand the meaning of director? If you got a problem with that, then this partnership of ours is over, as of now. It's over, you say. Oh, Maverick, you've done it now. Please, let's all calm down and try to talk about this rationally. Oh, where did you spring from? Never mind that now. Just take some deep breaths and calm yourselves down. Breathe in and out some more, and a little bit more. That's it. Everyone likes being told to calm down. Huh. I guess he's breathing. You trying to kill me? Of course not. I'm a detective. I much prefer investigating murders to committing them. Anyway, it's clear that you two have some unresolved issues. Oh, you overhid that, did you? We were just letting off steam about the film, that's all. Seemed like a little more than that. The end of your partnership together? This know-it-all thinks he's God's gift to romance films these days, but his love scenes have always been a total disaster. It's only my editing that saved them all these years. It's thanks to me he's produced so many hits. But does that mean anything to him now? Not a jot. Well, he might have chosen to forget, but mark my words, I haven't forgotten. Puzzles. Angry puzzles. The angriest kissing puzzles. The sun is setting at the bench. The perfect backdrop for a sweet kiss. With the girl in the hood, use 3 of the 6 symbols in the frame on the left to represent kiss. In the frame on the right, slide the symbols to move them and touch them to rotate. You cannot overlap them. I mean, I can spell the word sick. Represent a kiss. Ugh. Okay. 3 of the 6 symbols in the frame on the left to represent kiss. They can't overlap. I need 3 of them. Setting for backdrop. To represent kiss. says to represent, but does have kissing. So, I mean, if we wanted a K, it'd be like that. But like, this is too many characters. If we do that. Okay, I can't put these down wherever I want. I was gonna say, maybe it just wants. Okay, so not that. The fact that you can rotate them. Wonder if that has something to do with what they want. Can't overlap them. Rotate them in 90-degree angles. No, I can only rotate. The fact that I can rotate them suggests I need to rotate something, which is annoying. Cannot overlap them. 3 in... represent kiss in the right. I'm still not super sure what it wants. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a hit coin. It would be hard to represent the word kiss in letters with just 3 symbols. You need to think of another way. It's not much of a hint. That does suggest you need to not, can't spell the word. Game, you got a better hint for me? It's easier to see the solution if you turn the symbols on their sides. What? Nope. Give me another hint. You need to use 3 different symbols. Kissy face with sun. In background. I mean, it's not the answer. It would have booped on its own for this. Need to use 3 different things and make stuff sideways. Not spell the word. I really am not. I really don't know what this game wants me to do with this. Represent kiss. People kissing use their lips. Can you represent this somehow? I mean, that's what I've been going for. Oh, this isn't... Is this like some sort of dumb thing? Like... This equals this. Eat this piece of spaghetti. No? I think the 3 is definitely in this. You can spell bus. I can. I can also spell some. I do have to rotate something. I don't know what this game wants. Yeah, no overlap. All right, I'm open to ideas. Idea was putting C right against the frame and then using the INS to phonetically. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see what you're going for. Unfortunately, they don't want you to spell it, so I think the 3 is definitely part of this. If you turn them sideways, can't you kind of make a mouth? What? You think it wants you to make the picture? Oh, I like the idea of the lines and making the kissy face. The hint does say you need to use 3 different shapes. Then we have like kiss wink face. We're going for something that's more representative of the photo. Then, yeah. Something like that. Alright, so let's go over the hints again. We need to represent people kissing, not the word. We need to turn symbols on their sides. And we need 3 different symbols. You just gave up and googled it. Is it really dumb? It's real dumb, isn't it? It's real bad. Alright, if someone knows the answer, just let me know. Just tell me what it is. Because at this point, I don't think I'm gonna get what they want. What Grafdell suggested, which was this, and the 3, but rotated. rotated. M on top. Okay, yeah.
This should do it, I think. And that's how it's done.
So stupid. Yes, okay. The game was trying to basically make it lips without actually telling us it was lips. Ah. Yep, okay. That was dumb. At least we're done. Okay. Not really happy with the end result of that. I didn't think you'd solve that one. That's had me stuck for decades. Yeah, don't doubt it. There's no puzzle that can't be solved with some calm and considered thinking, or Googling. Mr. Tor, if you calm down a bit, perhaps... Calm down, are you being funny? Nope, but my frames certainly are. Hello, frame rate. Why you die? I repeat, that's a hamburger WTF game. If it stumped him, how does he know it's right? That's all very fair. There we go. There we go. Frames seem to have settled. Arg. I don't care about that spat with Maverick before, but I can't be pinned for this theft of the final scene. I mean, it's a matter of pride. What sort of editor would do something like that? I say, miss, I don't think this fight is going to sort itself out anytime soon. Oh well, never mind. It's rather fun to watch, shall we? Great idea, Cat. Let's just forget about this case and watch the two prime suspects argue instead. Don't be snide, Cheryl. If we listen in, they might let something slip that gives us a lead. Oh, you're a sneaky cat, Cat. Pride? Pride? That's more important to you than honoring the decisions made by the director, cutting scenes you were never asked to cut? For the last time, I did not steal that kiss scene. And you know that I would never cut a film unless you gave me the go-ahead. But it's no secret you didn't like that scene. You always had a problem with it. Come on, admit it. Yeah, I had a problem accepting the great Maverick director could be happy to end one of his greatest films with a scene like that. Tisk. Why don't you admit it? You never really got on with that scene either, did you? Yes, I did. I was perfectly happy with it. So you're willing to compromise on quality these days, are you? You make me sick, Maverick. But you know what makes me more sick? The fact that someone other than me cut one of your films. Alright then, Eddie, if it wasn't you, who was it? If you ask me, it was you, listening to your conscience before it got corrupted by fame. How dare you? Back in the old days, you wouldn't have stopped shooting until you got a scene you were 100% happy with. But now, well, those days are gone. Yes, the days when my films made no money. Look, if I've changed my directing style, it's for you and the rest of the crew. And we're grateful for that. We all appreciate actually getting paid. Don't get me wrong. But does that mean you have to make such huge compromises to the production? Does it mean you can't be true to yourself anymore? Look, I know I said your love scenes were rubbish, but the truth is you've shot some good stuff in the past, haven't you? Maybe, but that was a long time ago now. Anyway, Eddie, being too idealistic doesn't pay the bills, does it? That's the bottom line. Fine. If that's your take on it, there's nothing more to say. Goodbye, Maverick. Yikes, that didn't end well. Mr. Torres walked out. This could be our chance to get some important information out of Mr. Rector. Come on. Mr. Rector, I'd like to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. Really not in the mood at the moment, but fine. That was a rather heated argument. Are such disagreements between the two of you a regular occurrence? Oh, we've been a team for a long time, since long before I made it, so we've had more than a few fights over the years. Back in the early days, we used to have blazing rows about production issues. Still, it's never gone this far before. We've never talked about going our separate ways. Yes, well, one ill word asks another. As they say, if you said things you didn't mean, I'm sure an apology will go a long way to fixing things. With Eddie, I'm not so sure. I hear that you used to make films that were a lot less mainstream, with more fringe appeal. Is that right? That's going back a bit now. Anyway, it wasn't like I was trying to shoot fringe films. That's just how it worked out. That's how people took my material. It wasn't for everyone. But Eddie really liked my old work, and now that I'm making films more people actually want to watch, he's not happy about it. You know, he was always pressing me to include the last scene in No Sub... to not include the last scene in No Sub for Love right from the start. Yes, he told me. He said he didn't believe it was true to your style. Not true to my style, huh? That makes it all sound so simple. The truth is, I don't even know what my style is anymore. It's just typical of Eddie, though. He never had any hesitation in telling me what was wrong with my films. Sometimes it makes me so mad, but I have to admit it. He's usually right. Oh, who am I kidding? He's not this time, too. You mean about the stolen scene? I just wanted it to be real. I wanted to shoot a kiss that looked like it was genuinely from the heart, not just two actors playing their parts. But somehow I couldn't get it right. In the old days, I wouldn't have given up. I'd have just kept shooting and shooting until I got the result I wanted. Why didn't you do that this time, then? You're young. I wouldn't expect you to understand. The fact is, as you get older, you lose that drive you had in your youth. No, you're quite right. That's not something I can relate to. It sounds rather sad, to be honest. Thanks. So you're telling us that Mr. Tor couldn't accept the scene you shot? That he cut it from the film without your permission? I mean, that's his job after all, cutting film, and he's very good at it. Can't really say I blame him. It's all my fault. This might seem like a strange request after everything that's happened, Miss Layton, but... Could you try to keep this quiet? Eddie did it for my benefit at the end of the day. I'm afraid that won't be possible. What? But, if this comes out, Eddie's career is over. Is it really worth destroying the man just for some sense of obligation to uphold justice? That's not the reason at all. It's because Mr. Tor didn't do it. You see, the fact is, you are his alibi. Exactly, you and Mr. Tor were together at the time until the start of the screening. And when you checked over the film reels, there were no problems. So if Mr. Tor was never out of your sight, then however much he disagreed with the inclusion of that scene, he had no opportunity to cut it. Oh, I suppose that's true. So someone else stole it. Well, that's wonderful. Miss Layton? Oh, sorry. Good, it looks like I have all the evidence I need now. Yeah, it was totally the bird. Probably something to do with popcorn. Solve it. Of course. Yes, it all makes sense now. Yeah, and I'm deaf now. That was my right... That was right down my ear, Cat. Miss Layton, have you solved it? Yes, I had that animation that shows me thinking really hard about all the pieces, and I have figured it out. And now, I've uncovered everything. Oh, well done. Summon the suspects. Gladly, miss, gladly. Thank you all for coming, everyone. I have finally ascertained the truth about the stolen kiss scene. You do? Who did it? Spill the beans. I want to know who did this to me and why. And how. That's what I want to know. When was it cut out of the reel? Tell us, Miss Detective. Put us all out of our misery. Memento, Katrielle. Why have you asked so many people here? It's clearly obvious that most of them couldn't possibly have been involved. Oh, it's much more fun this way. The more people, the more attention. Ah, I agree. She's a born performer. Oh, well this is exciting. I mean, I had nothing to do with anything as this, but I just absolutely want to be involved. Oh, I mean, as the mayor, I have a vested interest. As the head of the Seven Dragons, I feel obliged to see the case through to its conclusion, even though I totally had nothing to do with it. Don't need me, don't need me. Minor role, minor role. Really don't care what happened to that scene. Can't I just go? Come along, Miss Layton. We're all dying to hear the truth about this case and who the culprit is. Let's not rush. This is a detective's moment of glory, after all. True, if this were a film, I'd be having a good suspense track running in the background and really draw it out to build up tension. Exactly. Now, let's get to the case. This was an extremely strange affair from the outset. A final scene stolen from a film on the very day of its debut screening. So, what could be the truth behind it? No doubt you all have your own theories and ideas, but I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that the real truth will make even the most outlandish theory of yours seem tame. Because you see, the truth is always stranger than fiction. Alright.
If I had to identify one culprit in this case, it would be you over there!
Bird. For bird reasons.
Didn't do it. Major minor. When the reels were being switched during the screening, you did a major minor poo on the film.
Ew! Bird shit.
A poo?
The answer was bird poop.
Hit the all-important kiss scene. Is that it?
Oh, I was not expecting that voice for this character.
But surely a little bit of bird poo could easily be wiped off the film.
Would everyone please stop saying poo?
Indeed it could, Mayor Loanida. Which is where the second guilty party in this escapade comes in.
Ah, so be Mr. Frames.
Mr. Seymour Frames. All the equipment here has just recently been upgraded. Mr. Frames cares for his projection machinery so deeply, he couldn't bear the thought of running a soiled film through it, even if the excrement had been wiped off. So he cut the infected scene out of the reel altogether.
Well, he's getting fired.
So it's his doing then?
Yes, but with the Major resolutely denying everything, it's going to be hard to make it stick.
Oh, poo.
So now we get to watch the shitty kiss. Wait, what? That was weird. There was a cut to a different character. That was weird.
Great film. I loved it. Where did that kiss scene come from?
Apparently, Mr. Rector. He cut in an old scene of his own to replace the missing one. It's a clip of himself kissing his lover, shot a long time ago when he was still just starting out as a cameraman.
Foxy.
What? Whoa.
Secretly, it was supposed to be a film
What
about
was
his
that?
own love affair. So the clothes and everything match the style of the other scenes perfectly.
That's how he integrated it so seamlessly.
That was not
You want to hand
seamless.
it to the old dog. It's a very moving scene.
No, it's awkward because
Yes,
of the weird cut.
Because it's full of genuine emotion.
They weren't acting. It was true love.
It was still weird.
If only someone would give me a kiss like that. Just imagine.
What?
Not you, Ernest.
Oi, Pinstripes, what are you imagining?
He thought about
Nothing.
kissing.
I was
Just what? Spit it out.
No,
What, you dirty
Okay,
mongrel?
now she's just pulling strings. Admiral Mamo, hey, thanks for the cheer. Desert Bits for Hope. God, there was so much weirdness with that last thing. Oh, it was so seamless, and it was like, no, that cut was so weird that you would have been better off keeping it out of the film. That was absolutely weird. And then the dog just coming up out of nowhere to say the word Foxy? What was that about? What? Why? What? No. No. Bad. Alright, Naval Advance No Sub for Love was a hit at the box office for some reason because of its passionate final, weirdly edited in kiss scene. Now Maverick Director is currently working on a new, albeit not too mainstream blockbuster. Foxy.
How is it? You always stumble on the answer in these cases.
Stumble on? It sounds like you think it's just luck, Charles.
Well, isn't it?
not at all. The truth is, Miss Layton makes logical but instinctive inferences.
That was so weird. Probably just release the normal version to the public. No, the way they talk, it sounds like they made this the new final version because he was happier with a old shot being spliced in that was full of passion and looked like a real kiss than the two actors he got to do it. It's just weird. Ooh, a new diner has arrived. Move the magnifying glass, investigate the pin board to choose which ongoing case to tackle. Touch the feng shui chair icon at the bottom left of the screen if you'd like to rearrange the furniture or decorate the office. A new case has been pinned on the board. Wait. Oh, okay, so if I want to go on to the next case. First, we're gonna see what this case coda is. It's probably incredibly boring, but let's go through it. Alright then, Major. It's time for your daily speaking practice. Snore, did you just say something? More speaking, more speaking. Ah, you're hungry to learn. You're so clever. Alright then, let's start with something easy. Seymour's cool. Ready? Just copy me. Seymour's cool. Fool, Seymour's a fool. Seymour's a fool? Oh, of course, you didn't say Seymour's a fool, did you? You said Seymour's full. Ah, you really are a genius. How did you know I ate too many sandwiches for lunch? Can't believe the things you know how to say. Really a fool, really a fool. You're right, I really am full. I wish Mom hadn't packed so many sandwiches for me. Alright, let's try something else. How about Seymour's the best? Can you say that? Seymour's a pest. A pest? Oh, I see. I misheard you. You said Seymour Rest. Don't worry, my eyes just look like this. Everyone always telling me I need more sleep, but I'm fine. Really a fool. You really are amazing, Major. You can say anything. It's almost like you understand as well. I'm glad I got a friend like you. Don't ever leave me. Fat chance. I didn't catch that. What did you just say? Fakark? Oh, you were just making your mind up, Burkhull. Ah, I thought you said something else for a minute. Well, I think that's enough practice for one day. You must be getting hungry. Time for a snack. Snack? Want snack? I know. I'll go buy you something. Just don't be mean to Albertina again while I'm gone. Go away. You really want that snack? I'll get you something extra tasty. Maybe some crackers. Seymour's crackers. Alright. feel bad for Seymour. Furniture. Touch the feng shui icon if you want to change the look of the Layton office. Pick the particular aspect of the room you'd like to change. There are 8 different pieces of furniture. Once you pick out the new look, touch change. Style that has the icon over is the one currently in use. If you'd like to acquire some more brand options, select furniture. Okay, so we do have some profile cards, shows you some key statistics about your progress in the game. Solved 3 cases. I see. Okay. What should we buy? Let's... Let's see what other sofas are an option. Black is nice. White's good. I don't like the panda. Let's get that. Put that in. There's some good cushions. I think I'm fine with the regular cushions. What about curtains? Actually, before we pick out curtains, we should pick out a better wall. Oh, a little bit much. Ooh, that's not bad. Yeah. I would have thought we would have gotten to move some actual furniture around as opposed to just changing the colors. You want 70s chairs? Chairs. What do we have for chairs? Not really a ton. I'm gonna get this blue one though. Change that rug. Oof, no. Bit busy. All my rug options suck. I'm not taking any of them. Alright, well, we decorated. Sort of. Cases you're working on, any you've solved already are up on the pin board. Tap the investigate button to start playing the case you currently have highlighted. As you solve each case, new cases will arrive to keep you busy. These cases appear with the word new in the top corner. Cases that you've started but not yet solved are marked under investigation. Cases you've already unraveled are called solved. And still investigate cases you've already solved. You return to the point just before you solve the case and play from there. When you do that, the number of coins found and puzzles solved in that case will be displayed. When you return to old cases, you may find there are more puzzles hiding around the place than you were originally. So here's a way for you to go back and find stuff you might have missed. We're gonna go find a pet. Huh. I missed a bunch of puzzles in that first one. Well, let's go find out what case 4 is about. Ernest, that book you lent me the other day. Oh, have you read it, miss? Did you enjoy it? I thought it was a real page-turner. Yeah, well, I did turn the pages, certainly. Although, that's true of any book. I mean, it was interesting in a way. But in a way it wasn't really. Well, I enjoyed the murder on the stormy desert island, but the way the detective solved it was a bit dull. Personally, I prefer it when the detective hacks his way through all the possible suspects until only the terrified killer remains. Oh, Katrielle, I've got a video game for you to play. Hacking through suspects. Yes, it's so much more satisfying that way. Satisfying and scary. Detectives are supposed to be cool and collected, basing their deductions on logic and reason, not hacking through suspects. Oh, really? Yes, detectives do traditionally have that image, don't they? Of being systematic and lucid. But Miss Layton's inimitable style turns all that on its head. I think it's capital. You mean she relies on her gut rather than her brains? I prefer to call it miraculous instinct, not gut. Yes, miraculous is true. Miraculous you solve anything. You're super rude. Why am I helping this doge? Well, it sounds as if you know a lot about it. You're obviously a master of logic and reason. Sorry? I know, how about this? The next case we get, you can try to solve it. I'm not doing your job for you. Won't put your money where your mouth is. Oh, that's the phone. I'll get it. Perfect timing. No doubt it'll be someone with a case for us. No doubt it'll be a case for a wrong number. No, it's Madame Dublé, miss. You mean the woman from the cinema? The matriarch of the Seven Dragons? That's right. She said that she has something she'd like your assistance with and asked that you pay her a visit. Interesting. Perhaps she has a case for us. I really couldn't say. I will speak to the detective in person, she said. She was most insistent. I see. Well, I suppose we better go and visit with her then. You do realize that this could mean you actually have to do some work for once. What? I wanted to see your famous logic and reason at work, of course. You're going to solve this case, Cheryl. I am. Wouldn't you like to see Cheryl solve a case, Ernest? Oh, that would be a jolly hoot. At least it would mean I wouldn't have to watch you bumbling through another investigation. I don't know why you're so down on her. She does fine. She talks to people. She looks for clues. She gets the answer. Like, I don't understand what the whole attitude is. I mean, it'd be one thing if he didn't he didn't like the way that she constantly just wants to go where the food is and stuff, but like, this is a bit extreme. Dogs are probably so lovable because they can't talk. Pet pandemonium. Ooh, is it a pet panda? It's probably a giant fluffy cat. I believe Madame Dublay's residence is around here somewhere, miss. Didn't you ask her for directions? I did, but she wasn't giving me a full she wouldn't give me a full address. She just told me we'd know when we were nearby. But this is Millionaires Row. All the houses here are enormous. It could take us ages to find it just walking around aimlessly. I think this is a job for Agent Cheryl. Lead us to your Madame Dublay's residence, using your razor-sharp reasoning to guide you, detective. Wouldn't it be easier to just call her a passerby? Well, I suppose so. Alright, fine, we'll ask someone. Hello? What have we here? I'm always on the beat around these streets, making sure there's no unscrupulous characters. To collar, doesn't that mean arrest? I think it also means to grab, like, not necessarily to arrest someone, but to get their attention. I'm not actually sure. I don't suppose you could tell us the way to Madame Gretchen Dublin's house. Oh, you don't know? No, I'm afraid not. We're not familiar with this area. Oh, the Dublé residence is the largest building in the neighborhood. You can't miss it. helpful. Well, let's see. Perhaps that's it over there. Perhaps we'll determine this with a puzzle. So you have some business? She asked us to pay her a visit, yes? Really, madam? Dublé asked for you? Well, you must be important then. You're very fortunate. I should dearly love to receive an invitation. Obviously, she's a very influential and significant member of society, isn't she? Did you hear that, Cheryl? You won't want to let down someone so important now, will you? Who, me? Come along then. We mustn't keep madam waiting. Oh, dearie me. Who to talk to about this? That's the question. Someone looks like they got a lot on their mind. Oh, what extraordinary timing. I was wondering whose ear I could bend. It's my friend, you see. She runs a little chain of accessories shops. But I'm afraid business is rather slow. She's in a terrible fix. Could you talk to her? Do you think? I mean, you're detectives, aren't you? You might be able to deduce what's wrong with the way she's managing the business. Accessory shops, you say? Well, I'm intrigued. I'll do everything I can assist, naturally. The Passers-by Accessory Shop minigame has been added to my bag. Arrange all the items to sell as much stock as possible. Try to deduce the best route based on customers' personality and their desire to accessorize. An accessory ace? Well, minigame time. There's still one thing we haven't unlocked yet. In this game, you must carefully place items around your shop so that customers buy everything you want them to buy. Customers will walk the aisles, following the shortest route that takes them past all the must-have items on their list. As you place must-have items, the route your customers will take is shown on the plan of the shop. There are multiple must-have items the same distance away. The route is determined on a straight-ahead and right-turn priority basis. Any extras that you place along the route will also be purchased by your customers. Try to force your customers along the aisles of your choosing so that they pick up all the items. Check the upper screen to see what each customer has on his or her list. Alright. So, you want the dove. If I place it here, you'll just go directly that way. So, supposedly... Cool. Pirates of Pendants. You both want... So I do... if you're coming in, oh wait. If you're coming in first, then it's this way, I think. Okay, simple enough. I want more time to figure that one out. So. Neat little game, though. Right. Gosh, so this is Madame Doubly's residence? What a magnificent mansion. Worthy of the leader of the Seven Dragons, the Millionaire of Millionaires. It looks like those big double gates are the way in. Gates are unlocked. I wonder if it's alright just to go in. Hello? Anyone there? Ah, good day. You must be from the detective agency. Madam is expecting you. Please follow me. Oh, thank you. The dog... Is he with you? Absolutely. He's one of the team. I see. Well, in that case, do come in, sir. Don't mind if I do. You can't hear what I'm saying. Woof, 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 woof. What a talkative little fella he is. Isn't he charming? Charming, Cheryl. Did you hear that? Oh, I wasn't really listening. So, that compliment has nothing to do with why your tail is wagging 10 to the dozen. No. I shall just go and tell Madam that you've arrived. If you could all wait here a moment, please. I say, the interior is even more amazing than the exterior. Look at all this tip-top furniture. Yes, the furnishings are very elaborate, aren't they? These carpets are of the highest quality. What else do you notice? What's apparent from this hallway? Well, there are a lot of cats. Soft toy cats, cat ornaments, cat pictures. She's clearly batty about catties. She's a cat lady. Precisely, all these cat things. There's an unusual amount of them, wouldn't you say? Oh look, there she is.
Oh dear. No, I specifically requested Professor Layton. I certainly didn't ask for a young parvenu like yourself.
Wow.
People are still demanding my father's services. You're obviously not abreast of the situation, madame.
Pardon?
Allow me to clarify. I will solve this case in my father's stead.
Very well, I suppose as long as it is solved. You must recover my dear lost Rexy Wexy post-haste.
Rexy Wexy.
Sorry?
Oh, my precious Rexy Wexy.
Magical gold background.
Whoa, I'm so worried. I can't sleep at night. Oh.
Yeah, no idea why Rexy Wexy would want to get away from that.
I simply have to find my poor Rexy Wexy. But before I entrust you with this task, I must be sure. So, here's a puzzle test. Of course, your abilities, darling. I don't permit any old riffraff in my employ, you know. I demand the best. Still, I imagine a daughter of the great Professor Layton would have no trouble with a conundrum such as this. She had a magical girl background. Alright, here we have some mysterious shells. When you close and reopen them, the number of pearls they contain doubles. The maximum number of pearls each shell can hold is 8, and the shells cannot shut if they have 5 or more pearls inside. You make each shell contain 5 pearls. Touch the button above a shell to double the number of pearls it contains. It's possible to move 1 pearl at a time from one shell to another by sliding it. Okay.
do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
See if you can solve it in 9 steps. Alright, apparently... Got there. Also, we've got a radish salad now. Are you sure now, madam? Have I proved my abilities to you? Yes, that was most impressive. I feel quite reassured. Congratulations, miss. Now we can find out what this case is all about at last. So, madam, perhaps you could tell us what it is that you'd like us to do? Naturally, that's the whole reason why I asked you here. It's really quite simple. My poor Rex vanished yesterday, you see. You simply have to find him for me. I see. And this Rex is the Rexy Wexy you mentioned before, I presume? Yes, my beloved pet. Oh no, Rexy Wexy is much more than a pet. He's family, I tell you. And you say Rexy Wexy vanished? That's right. Oh, it's too awful. I've looked everywhere for him, but he's nowhere to be seen. Oh, Rexy Wexy, where have you gone? It's a mystery, Miss Layton. A complete mystery. Please don't trouble yourself, madam. When I investigate, I leave no stone unturned. We will find him. Gosh, a member of the family missing. How terrible for you. We'll track down Rex without a moment's delay. Oh, please do. I'm simply beside myself with worry. So, madam, I'd like to ask you a few questions about your missing pet. Yes, of course. I shall do anything I can to assist. Oh my goodness. What's the matter? Look at the time. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a luncheon engagement. Dear me, my appetite isn't up to much at the moment, but one must keep up appearances no matter what. Just a moment, please, madam. I would naturally assist you in the search if I could, but these business luncheons are quite unavoidable. Still, I'm confident I can rely on you. You'll find my Rexy Wexy for me, won't you? Now, do excuse me. Oh. Well, the great dame really gave us a lot to go on there, didn't she? Yes, the creature's name is about all she actually told us. This is going to be a challenge. No clues, no nothing. Well, it's far from ideal, but we'll have to work with what we have. What we have? We have nothing but a name, and a stupid one at that, especially for a cat. There's no such thing as an easy job. So, where do we start? You're still on that, are you? Alright then. Yes, we'll start here in this room. The foundation of all good detective work is investigation. We need to sniff out more information about this Rexy Wexy. We know its actual name. I don't know why we keep going by the Rexy Wexy thing. We don't know for sure that Rex is a cat. There's just a lot of cat stuff. Investigate the hallway. Oh, this room. Alright. Madam is very busy, you know. Every single day. Yes, as a matter of interest, what line of business is she in? Oh, Madam is a consultant to a multinational retailer with 27 different departments selling everything from cat food to expensive jewelry. Hey.
Hello. I'll sit over here. Oh, the lighting's real good.
Gosh, that is a broad range. Yes, so she really treasures her time with Rex, you see. He's such a soothing influence on her. Finding Rex would soothe me too at the moment, believe me. Let's look at this cat.
Wow.
What?
The angles and stuff.
What do you mean?
When it
Oh,
changed
the game?
Perspective.
Yeah.
And then you tapped on the thing and zoomed back in. I was like, that's kind of cool.
There's another cat toy here as well. They're everywhere. Oh, that reminded me of a puzzle I know about cats.
Of course it did. Oh, what cool transitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really,
There's...
real neat.
I have some issues with this game,
Yeah.
but it was mostly about the way they wrote the last case. But, you know, these 10 cats need to be divided up into pairs, in accordance with the following rules. Oh no. There should be 3 pairs of cats of the same type, in other words, the same shape and coloring. If cat is wearing a ribbon, the other cat in the pair must also be wearing a ribbon. Move the cats by sliding them to the other cat's position and swapping them over. Alright. So, 3 pairs of cats of the same type. Or do you want more like that?
The same shape and coloring.
Yeah, so it wants this, but then it also wants,
One must be wearing the same.
if a cat is wearing a ribbon, the other cat in the pair must also be wearing a ribbon.
Oh, what about the 2 on the bottom? Isn't there 2 identical cats, but they have their ribbons in the wrong places?
Must be 3 pairs of cats of the same type. Same shape and coloring. Okay, there is at least like 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
If a cat... I think these have to be like that. Because it says if a cat's wearing a ribbon, they must be wearing a ribbon. But then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
still 3 that are in the same type.
Yeah, because it's must versus should, right?
Yeah,
So the cat in the pair must also be wearing a ribbon.
yeah. And there should be 3 pairs of cats of the same type. Which there are. Okay, this seems right. Let's find out if I'm wrong.
This puzzle's got some bite.
Cool.
I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Okay. Good for you. They did it. They're all getting perfectly along well and stuff. They're cats.
That's what cats do, is they always get along with each other.
Yes, cats never get not along with each other. Oh good, we got another decor docket. We're never going back to decoring though. The fact that they only change out the colors of the stuff is kind of dodgy. Very good, Cheryl. That should earn you a doggy treat. Oh well, you know it was nothing really. What's up?
They're wondering if they should either mute me or ban me.
That's because people get getting told not to help me, but you weren't doing...
I'm not in chat.
You're not in chat.
Yeah.
Also, you weren't... I had it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I know you were coming up with the answer.
So in the most prominent position at the center of the room, we have a large bunch of flowers and a soft cat toy. Which just goes to show how much she adores cats, Shirley. A cat lover.
And don't call me Shirley. So
You said something.
did I? When?
Like a second ago.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, okay. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
Sorry.
That desk looks like an antique. It's rather understated, but I expect it's worth a small fortune. And let's not forget the obvious, the whopping great stuffed cat sitting on it. It's cute, isn't it? I wish I had one. Cute? Really? I think so. Don't you? Oh yes, of course. Though it could never rival you, miss. Naturally. Shut up, Ernest. It's strange, though. Cats surely are destructive creatures. There are no signs of scratching or gnawing on any of the toys. No claw marks and no teeth marks. Ah, so Rexy Wexy is an upper crust kind of cat. Scratching and gnawing are beneath him. Oh, jolly good. You're like a real detective.
I hope it's like an iguana.
I'm expecting it to be something that's not a cat.
Yeah.
because it just seems too obviously a cat now. Certainly has a lot of cat toys around the place. Gosh, if she's this much of cat lover, Rex must be spoiled rotten. It's not much of a deduction, but I suppose that's about what the only tale this room tells. Do you know where Rex is, then? I've looked at a table and a desk, and she's asking me if I know where the cat is. I think we're going to have to broaden our search. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Though this mansion is simply vast, where do we start?
Wait, it's in the house?
We were never told it was in the house, we were just told it was missing. Excuse me, detectives, I hope you don't mind me interrupting. Madam did say she was happy for you to look around the residence if it would be of help. Oh, thank you, we were going to do that anyway. Do you know which room Rex spends most of the time in? Oh, that would be the parlor. Gets a lot of sun, you see. Rex always enjoys napping in the sunshine. I see. Alright, well that room then. I imagine it's been cleaned and made up since Rex's disappearance? Oh no, miss. Madam was very clear on that. You must leave the scene completely undisturbed, she said. Perfect. Could you show us the way then? Certainly, miss. Follow me. Ah, yes. We found the butt. Or at least part of it.
That's where cats spend a lot of time thinking about cat toys and ornaments is in the butt.
Cats think about their butts a lot.
They do.
True fact.
They're constantly concentrating to keep moving that tail. God, that face.
This is the parlor. As explained, she did say she wouldn't mind if you needed to look around.
Just don't touch anything.
You must only ask that you be careful of the furniture and ornaments. It's all very expensive, you see. Oh gosh, my palms are sweating just hearing you say that. Oh yes, one more thing. There's actually a picture of Rex in here which might help you. Just over to the left here. Do you see it? It is a cat. So that's who we're looking for.
Tonura-san.
You know that Rex is a boy, I presume? Yes, we realized that, thank you. Also, not really sure what that has to do with anything. I hate it when he goes missing. Do hope you find him quickly. Don't worry, this case is in safe hands, with myself and my detective agent here. Shell, miss. Is this short for Shirley? Ha, no, actually, Shirley's my dog's name, and he's a he. Oh, how interesting. Your dog is a detective as well. Well, Shirl, I do hope you find Rex soon. He's very special, you see. Woof. Haha, pretending to be a normal dog for the maid's benefit, are you? How considerate of you. Humph. So then, let's see what we can discover in this room. Isn't it a lovely space? So warm and inviting. Got my eye on one of those plush sofas myself. So, this is where Rex spends most of his time. Which means we could very well discover an important clue in here which will lead to the missing animal's whereabouts. Get on with it. Go find a clue. I thought I was in charge of this investigation. Stop trying to take the lead. I'm still the manager of the Layton Detective Agency, Cheryl. You work for me, remember? It's a dog's life. Good luck, Cheryl. I'm sure you'll find something. Come along. There's no time for sitting still. We need to have a good look around in here.
I'm going to go do things.
Alright, have fun.
Love you.
Love you too. Alright, investigating a parlor. There's some dust over here. We discovered a souvenir. It's ours now. Taking it home. There's some rather exotic looking fruits here, though some appear to have been nibbled at. Yes, apples, grapes, pears, the most exotic of fruits. Presumably Rex is doing? Because cats are so well known for eating fruit, aren't they? Maybe if it was a bowl of fish. Perhaps Madame Doublé was hungry and couldn't resist taking a bite? Because well-to-do ladies are so well known for their lousy manners. Come on, people. Well, can you be certain it wasn't her? Not certain, no. But I think it's safe to assume it wasn't her. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Probably. Don't know why we had to zoom in for that. This cat looks like it's putting on airs. Oh, I think it's Champion. Such a dignified and refined look. Oh, there's a puzzle here. Going to try your paw at it? Baffling bookcase. There's a photograph of a strange bookcase where up and down don't seem to make sense. To arrange the books, as in the picture, was the minimum number that you need to be glued. Wait, what? You want me to glue books to a bookcase? What is the minimum number that you would need to be glued to the bookcase to keep them in position? You can't squash books into place by jamming them up close together, by the way. I am appalled that you would glue books to the bookcase. Alright, well, so up and down don't seem to make sense. To arrange the books in the picture was the minimum number. Keep them in position. This feels like a trick question. Like, for instance, I really think if the bookcase is sideways, then you'd only need to glue one. And that seems like the smart-ass answer. Let's go with that. Let's see what it says. Let's see if it hates me.
This is an interesting one.
Nope, okay.
What's the matter with me today?
Think about how the bookcase is positioned. What? I did. I did think about it. And I said it was gross. It's not smart ass enough, huh? Up and down don't make sense. Arrange the books as in the picture. Minimum number that need to be glued. Can't squash books into place by jamming them up close together, by the way. I want the answer to be 0. Because gluing your books down like that is just gross. Well, my thought was like you put the bookcase on its side, and in which case all of the books would be fine except for the 2 in the side there. Obviously we just nailed them to the shirt. It's definitely a smart-ass answer. It has to be. Sideways. It'd still be one. There is a tiny gap at the top. It's true. Sometimes I put down an answer and it's right, and it's just for a completely different reason than I tell you. The orientation of the photo and the orientation of the bookcase may not be the same. Think about how the bookcase might be positioned. Yeah, I was doing that. I guess if I put it on a side angle? No. Figured that part out. Which way is down? This will affect which books need to be fixed in place. Yeah, okay, that just seems like the same thing you said to the other one. There's carpet around. Oh. It is 0.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
I wanted to guess 0, but I felt like if I guessed 0, it'd just be guessing. Smartass. There, I've solved it. Yes, deface her books. Sure she'll be delighted with that. Right, puzzles are no fun if you don't work out the answer for yourself. Alright, let's talk to the maid. Remember, if you'd like to see a picture of Rex, it's just over here. Okay, so... talk to the maid. So many bananas. Watch where you're treading. There's some banana skins on the floor. Gosh, you're right. I'd probably have fallen flat on my face if you hadn't warned me. You wouldn't expect to find banana skins left lying around in a place like this, would you? No, it's a little unexpected, but it seems reasonable to assume that someone ate some bananas and dropped the skins here. Presumably, Madame Doubly, seeing as this is her parlor. Another woman who can't be bothered to tidy up after herself, eh, cat? Oh, shut up, Cheryl. I'm not that bad. I don't leave banana skins lying around. Banana skins. Important clue. I mean, yeah, she also has a maid. Like, she can afford to do whatever she wants. A monkey stole her cat. The French door's looking out on the garden are ajar. Yes, the lock doesn't close properly. Gentle push and this door pops open. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to work out what that means. Obviously, there's a good chance Rex escaped this way. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we need to find one more clue. just me, or does anyone else think this plant looks like it's been eaten? I wonder why there would be teeth marks in a plant like this. Well, I think you'll find that while cats are carnivorous creatures, they do at times eat plants. So I expect this is Rex's doing. Really? Cats eat plants? Why would they want to do that? To help them regurgitate hairs and other unwanted things in their stomachs? Or for nutrients? There are numerous theories. Although I'm not entirely sure, they normally eat this kind of plant. Alright, we've solved the room. So, how's the case shaping up? Have you managed to deduce where we'll find Rex now? Well, it's not exactly a lot to go on, is it? An open door and some banana skins? But if I had to deduce the missing cat's whereabouts from the available evidence, I'd have to say, yes. I'd have to say, Rex slipped on the banana skin and flew straight out of the open door. Which means Rex is in the garden. Brilliant. A great deduction based on what we know so far. We should go and search the garden at once. How's that then, Cat? I'm earning my keep now, aren't I? Well, I certainly agree that we should go and investigate the garden. I say, what a breezer garden. I've been for walks in parks smaller than this. Well, Rex could be hiding anywhere in here, so we'd better start looking. Found a hint coin. There's another way in and out of the property, not so grand as the gates we came through. Look, it's a bit broken at the bottom. You're right, perhaps it took a blow from a football or something when children were playing out in the street. I imagine it's hard to stay on top of repairs with a property of this size. What a wonderful array of different trees and plants. Oh dear, what am I treading on? Ah, snake, snake. Calm down, Ernest. It's just a skin. A snake skin? I hate snakes. I hate skins. Ugh. I'm not sure that it's a snake skin, actually. Oh no, please don't pick it up. Even on a stick. It's all part of investigating, Ernest. You can't be squeamish about these things. Now let's have a look. We're trying to figure out this game, when the era of the game. They don't appear to have any cell phones. Movies exist, but all on film. So no digital movies, I would say. Ugh, it is a skin, but you're right, miss. It's hard to tell if it belonged to a snake or something else. I also think it's possible that this game isn't so much, in a past era as it could just be like, here's current day if certain technologies didn't develop. Alternate history kind of things. They never give us a year, as far as I've ever seen. In a garden this size, there are bound to be one or two adders. Oh, I hope we don't have to be here too long. We found some sort of reptile skin. We found the other half of the cat butt. Well, we've conducted a thorough search of the garden now, but still no Rex. Where could that have cat gotten to? Oh, are you deducing? I'm forming a picture of what might have happened based on the evidence here in the garden. Really? Wizard job, Cheryl. Oh, this is exciting. Do tell us, Mr. Clomes. Okay, I don't know why the K is there. That seems like a... Well, as we know, Rex slipped on the banana skin and shot out of the open French doors. Then in the garden he encountered a snake. The shock made him flee from the garden through the broken side gate. How's that for detective work? You mean Rex isn't even in the grounds anymore? That would be the general idea. We have to look high and low. Found nothing. It's gonna make tracking him rather more of a sticky wicket. Well, we can't give up because it's sticky or wickety. If Rex has left the grounds, then we must follow. Alright then, back out onto the street. If the cat isn't used to leaving the property, then he's probably not too far away. I suppose you're right. Well then, let's see what we can find out on the street. Oh, right. I forgot. It's K. Holmes. Well, no cats to look out there. Rex, your mummy's worried about you. Come home. Mummy? Madame Dublis. She's human. Rex is a cat. Does that mean she can't be his mother? Oh. What? A cat over there. Look, do you see, miss? There is indeed a cat. It is an unhappy cat. Frump cat. Oh, that's not Rex. That's some other cat. Different colored fur and everything. And it's far too skinny. A cat of a wealthy owner like Madame Dublis wouldn't be skinny like that. Agreed. Let's keep looking. Well, talk to you. Yeah, I'm surprised as well that the cat didn't turn out to be a puzzle. Alex, good. I'm glad we ran into you again. We're searching for a cat. No, yes, I see many cats in these streets. What kind of cat? Called Rex, white, rather well-to-do household, looks the part. No, I have not seen cat like this. Oh, what a pity. Well, we've been all around the streets, and still no sign of Rex. Cats are fickle creatures. That's the trouble, tracking them down is always hard. What's our next move? Rex was made of wafer. Our only option now is to widen the search. If we're lucky, maybe we'll find a clue at least, even if we don't find Rex himself. Alright, let's do it. Let's start looking further afield. Hiya, how are you? Oh, hello. Yes, fine, thanks. What can I do for you? Sorry for stopping you like this in the street. I just wondered if you'd heard of the new maze craze. The new maze craze? No. Ernest, do you know anything about this? Can't say I've heard anything like that. Just to be clear, I'm a dog, so no. Oh, well, I tried it, you see, but it's a bit too hard for me. So, would you like mine? Oh, thank you. I thought you looked like the sort of person who'd want to give it a go. It's very kind of you. Ah! Minigame. I was like, what? The Hound and the Pound minigame can now be found. It's a puzzle game in which you have to help Cheryl escape from the pound by guiding him through a maze, switching the colored blocks up and down as you go. See if you've got what it takes to complete all the levels. Alright, let's go take a look at that. In this game, you move blocks up and down to create an escape route for Cheryl, the Hound. You must guide Cheryl to the exit within the specified number of moves. Pushing an arrow. Colored blocks move up and down. Hit the switches to make blocks do things. If there's something on top of any of the blocks, when you touch the corresponding switch, these blocks won't rise. Only when Cheryl actually moves is it counted as a turn. Blocks don't count. Color some extra kudos, see if you can navigate Cheryl to safety in the minimum number of moves. Alright. So... I get 5 moves. Oh, you walk all the way to the edge. Okay, undo. Cart down. Oh. Crap. Huh. Alright. Hey, you Black, thanks for that cheer. Gotta go home from work, have a great stream. You have a good day. Yeah, it's essentially ice puzzles, isn't it? No more moves to redo. Go up. Yeah, 4 definitely seems like it would be really hard to figure out. Saving, because we're gonna go offline. That's gonna do it for today. Let's see, it's Thursday, so the next stream is 9 p.m. tomorrow, and that'll be the evening game, which means we'll be playing Paper Mario. Yeah, we're back to Paper Mario at that point. Then Saturday, I need to figure out what time I want to stream on Saturday, actually. Because I can stream in the morning, which might be nice, change of pace. Or I could just do the midnight stream, as per usual. Actually, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just stream at midnight on Saturday. Have a nice long Saturday to get work done. And to myself. Looks like Adam's streaming right now, so we're gonna go raid him. And yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for Paper Mario, 9 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to take us to the going offline screen. We'll go raid Adam, say hi. I will, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being around. And thanks for helping me with some of the puzzles when I asked for the help. See y'all later.